Hey guys, this is just a quick tutorial on Maya 2016. Now, recently we've been doing a lot of programming work, and although 3D modeling isn't my forte, so to speak, I thought it'd be nice for you guys if you wanted to do something different for a change. So, this first tutorial is just going to be a quick introduction to Maya 2016 and the different tools that it has available for you guys. So with Maya, especially in the gaming industry, it's used mostly for creating 3D models, environments, animations, etc. But it's also used in films. So this will be a good chance for you guys to start learning it. On some of your computers, you will have Maya 2012. Although Maya 2016 has changed its interface um, slightly, some of the tools do remain the same. Okay, so let's get started. So first you want to know how to use the screen. So to rotate your camera, if you press Alt and left trigger, that will rotate the camera. Okay, if you Alt and hold the middle mouse button, that will move the camera like so. And if you control Alt and use the right click on the mouse, it will move in and out. Okay, so that's just a basic rundown of the camera controls. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create a cube, which is just up here. You want to create a polygon cube. Okay, and if you hover over something in Maya, it will give you a short explanation of what that is. So I'm just going to drag and do that. On yours, by default, it will be set to without interactive modeling. And what this means, it will just create a model with just 1 by 1 by 1 scale, like so. Okay. Now, I don't normally like doing that, so what you have to do is you have to go to Create, Polygon Primitives, and turn on Interactive Creation, so you can set the height and scale to whatever you want, like so. Okay, so without having everything selected, these are our movement tools to deform this cube. So you have the select tool, and if you're able to see, the shortcut for that is Q. Okay, so shortcuts are beneficial to make the creation process quicker. Okay, the lasso tool. Select objects and components in scene by drawing a 3D shape around them. The paint selection tool, which we won't get into just yet. The three that I'm going to focus on in this tutorial though is your move, rotate and scale tool. Okay, so we'll start with the move tool. So click W on your keyboard, that selects the move tool, and you've also got to click the object you want to move. Okay, so moving the blue arrow, move it left and right on that axis, green like so, and red. So you're able to move it in all directions on the X, Y and Z because we're dealing with 3D space. However, if you don't want to use the arrows, if you just click on, there's a little square box in the middle. If you click on that, you can move it freely around your scene. Okay. Also, if you wanted to transform this cube in any way, go to this cube shape up here. You can set the translate, rotate and scale of this cube here. So if I change the scale there to 5, you see it's got much longer. So I'm just going to Control Z that. Okay. Rotate tool, which is E on the keyboard. Pretty self-explanatory. Rotate this cube how you see fit. If you don't want to do it that way, you are able to rotate this cube just here. So let me change that to 0. Okay, let's change that to 90. So you are able to change that there if you don't want to use the rotate circle interactive tool. And your scale tool. Okay, scale it that way on the blue and on the red. Okay, if you want to make it universal, click on the middle. So that'll scale it the same on all axis. Click on the middle one. Okay, so if we click Q on a keyboard to go back to the selection tool, I want to click this cube. Okay, now if you hold right click with that cube selected, you'll see a lot of different options. Okay, the ones we're going to focus on here is edge, vertex and face. So I'm going to click on edge first. With the edge tool selected, you're able to select the different edges on this cube. Okay, so if I click on this edge like so, you can see it's highlighted. Okay, so if we click W on our keyboard and then move that, we're able to transform and deform that cube to however we want with that edge selected. So if I go like that, create the little mini slope there. If I bring it down like so, I can bring it up like that, and you can keep messing about with the different edges. Okay, so I'll get it back to how it was. Okay, so same with the rotate, you can mess about with the rotate like so with the edges selected. And same with the scale. If I just click on this edge, do it like that, and let's mess about the movement. Okay, so you get in to see how when you select an edge you can use the move, rotate and scale tools. Okay, now if I collect vertex, every edge will have 2 vertex points. 1, 2. Okay, connected together. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so if you shift and drag left click to select them both, that will essentially work the same as your edge, because they're both connected essentially as an edge. Okay, but if we select one, have a mess about with that, that will just move this vertex point. Okay, I'll keep messing about. Okay, this is good when you start going into more detailed modeling, when you want to get the vertexes to pinpoint accuracy. Okay, remember in 3D modeling, it's good to have good topology and having 2 vertex points connected at all times. Okay, the final one is the face. So as you can see, once you have your face selected by right clicking, selecting face, set the different faces. So much like when you had your edge selected, if you move it makes it longer. If we scale it out, makes that shape bigger or decrease, like so. If we rotate again, like that. Let's bring it out, drag it up. Okay, so there is that there as well. Okay, one of the final tools in this tutorial that I'm going to show you as a basic rundown of different tools, because in the next short video I'm going to show you how to do a model an axe, a simple axe. So all the tools that I'm showing you here will be the ones I use to create the simple axe. Okay, so one of the last things I need, with face still selected, I want you to click on any face you like, doesn't matter which, and press Q to get the selection tool back. And if you go to your polygons tab at the top, you will find this tool, Extrude, And what Extrude does, it creates another subdivision for your cube. So if you just click that one, and if you drag out, you'll see it's created another subdivision of that cube. Okay, this is how the more subdivision you have in the model, the more detailed it will eventually be. So your 3D characters in the game have lots of subdivisions because they need to be detailed throughout and animated. Okay, so if I take you back, so I still got my extrude selected, but with that you can scale it in like so, and press W on your keyboard, and you can bring it out and press extrude again. You can bring it out like so, and you can have a mess about. So if I click extrude again, bring it in, click extrude once more, click the move tool, bring that in, and you can see, create a little hole. Okay, and you can keep messing around. Okay, so let's make this longer. Let's click extrude. Let's bring that out like that. Click extrude again, bring that in. Bring it out, click extrude again, extrude, bring that out once more, click extrude again, bring that up. So I'm not really creating anything at the moment, okay, but it's just an introduction on the different tools that we'll be using to create the axe. Okay guys, so before you move on to that one, have a mess around with the different tools I've showed you here. Just create some weird shapes if you wish. There are other polygons you could mess around with. There is the polygon sphere, cylinder, cone, plane, torus, pyramid, and pipe. So just have a mess around creating some weird shapes using the extrude tool with the move, rotate, and scale tool. Okay guys, thank you for watching.